Hi, welcome back to our channel. Do excuse my appearance, I've just woken up. We're in the Isle of Wight currently. We're here for a camping trip, a week-long camping trip, aren't we, Bubba? Yeah. So we arrived yesterday and pitched up. We haven't really done any exploring yet. We've been to the Isle of Wight before, obviously just not with Evelyn. So yeah. And she's done a couple of camping trips so far, which she seemed to enjoy. Just like long weekends, whereas the first kind of week-long camping trip we're doing. So, yeah, I thought I'd actually do a vlogging for once. I would show you, because we got a new tent for going camping. We used to have a roof tent, but obviously it wasn't practical with the little one. So we've got a new one. It's, do I know what it's called? It's Birdhouse. Nightfall. It's one with air poles, not actual poles. 700? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen if the actual name. Yeah. I would do a little tour, but it's a bit of a mess already. But maybe I could do one later. It's fine, doesn't matter if it's too messy. But yeah, I thought I'd bring you along and show you what we get up to in the Isle of Wight.
Our first stop of the trip was over to the donkey sanctuary. Jamie and I have been there before and really loved it, and we wanted to take the little one with us. It's completely free to get in, and you could give a donation if you wanted to. It was a really lovely family day out, and I would highly recommend if you're over there. For day two, we did a bit more kind of walking trips. So you would have seen previous clips, we're over at Freshwater Bay. It was quite wet that morning and very windy, as you probably could hear in the clips. And then we went on and did a bit of a 2.5 hour walk. Started off, I think it's called Tennyson Down. You kind of walk along and you get to the Needles, which you'll see here. You kind of loop round, you'll pass like Allen Bay, and then you go across another section which I think is called Heddon Way or Heddon Down maybe. But we did like a nice little loop there. Luckily the weather was really good for the afternoon, dried up and actually got quite sunny, which was really good. But yeah, if you like your walks, that's actually a really nice walk to do, and I'll put the kind of route we took on the screen as well.
Okay, it's Tuesday morning. I thought I'd do just a real quick little tour of the tent. I was going to tidy it, but I thought no, I'm not. You'll just have to see it how it is and kind of set up we've got it as. So we'll start with the little porchway. This does come on the ground sheet, this porchway, but we thought actually it's just quite nice to be able to walk in with our shoes if it's raining and then take them off there. So it's our little porchway. So we keep the cooking stuff out here, coffee, all our shoes are out here and stuff, all the some nappies we need to put in the bin, that's lovely, and our water's out here, so it's just kind of a bit of a dumping ground. We've got some candles for keeping flies away, yeah, our main cooker, and then this is like a little jet water boiler which is really handy for making coffees and teas. So yeah, right madam, you're not coming out here, stay in here. Then this is the main pod. It's quite nice and spacious. We are kind of organised as well as being slightly messy, so we're using these boxes which are really handy. So the bottom box has got like more gas and cooking stuff. This one's got all our cutlery, plates, cups, stuff like that in there. This is dry food. This is our little fridge. So the past two camping trips we did, just over the long weekend, we didn't bother with electrics, but we have got electric pitch, so we could put a fridge in and we just top it up with stuff. Yeah, we do. Our two chairs, and then over here is the messy area. So all of Bubba's toys, her nappy bag, her baby bag. This is her box, so like nappies, wipes, bibs, books, muslin cloths, and then the table is just a mess of toiletries, games, books, all sorts up there, which doesn't look great. You've got a little basket of rugs and blankets. We've got our dry robes up here. What I like about this tent is that we can actually stand up in it, and there's plenty of room if it's not particularly nice weather. Got a light up here that's plugged in as well for the evening. This is quite handy just for our stuff. This does actually come with another pod, so you can connect another pod here for sleeping or storage, but we decided we don't need it, so it's stayed at home, and it just gives us enough space to kind of move about. And this is the back pod. This actually does come with a divider, and we didn't realise you could take the divider away, so we have done that, and it's created one big pod. So we've got our clothes, our sleeping stuff in here, because originally we were going to have it, I was going to sleep with Bubba in one pod and then Jamie in the other, but when we realised we could take the divider out, we just thought, oh, it's just one big pod. So yeah, that's our little tent tour. Like I said, not clean, slightly messy, but also organised at the same time. I think we will get a few more of these boxes just for a bit more storage, just to keep things tidier. But overall this works really well for us, and yeah, we've been enjoying it. So I think today we're off to God's Hill to look around the village. We're also going to go to the model village there, probably get some early lunch, and then we're heading over to... where are we heading over to? Let me look at the maps, I can tell you. It's not far from where we are, because we're the east of the island, so it's still the east. Bembridge, possibly going to Bembridge Windmill, and potentially into Bembridge and Bembridge Beach, although we'll see what that's like. I think the weather is meant to be a bit on and off with the rain. We were really lucky yesterday because it rained. We went to Freshwater Bay around 10ish, walked along, and as we got back off Freshwater Bay, it's not a very long bay, and you couldn't go around the corner because the tide was in. It then started tipping it down, so we got in the car, sat in the car for a bit, then went off to have some, again, early lunch, brunch type thing, not far from Freshwater Bay. It's called Piano Club. Really nice breakfast. Both Jamie and I had avocado on toast, and we had homemade hash browns, which we gave Lil on some of our avocados and hash brown stuff for her brunch. And then we headed over towards a part somewhere near, is it called, we did like a walk, Tennyson Down I think it's called, so Tennyson Down to the Needles, and then looped back up around Headon back to the car. It was about 2.5 hours, maybe a bit long, possibly about a 5-mile walk or something. But it was funny because obviously luckily we timed it well, so when we started the walk it wasn't raining, it was grey skies, very windy, and kind of as we got to kind of Needles and back up the other side, it would turn to blue skies. And then we spent the rest, when we got back, spent the rest of the evening out in the sun, had dinner, had some drinks. We got the little picnic blanket out for Bubba, she played with Duplo outside. It was a really nice evening. So originally weather was meant to be quite nice this week, but I think it's going to be hit and miss. I think we've got some rainy spells today, so we're kind of timing it to fit in around the rainy spells, but it'll be nice whatever we do. So yeah, hope you're enjoying the vlog so far.
I think day 3 was one of my favourite days out at the Isle of Wight. We had really good weather that day, which made everything a lot nicer, but we just did a lot more that day, and also just really nice things. So first trip, as you see, we went to a model village. This is over in God's Hill, I think it's pronounced, and it's the nicest model village I've ever been to. Really spacious, a lot of interactive stuff. Again, a really lovely family day out. I'd highly recommend, and it's not one that's like you walk around and it's really quick and done. You can take your time, and there's a lot to see, and it just looks really cool. So I'd highly recommend that. We made a quick pit stop at the Garlic Farm for some lunch. Would highly recommend visiting this if you haven't. If you're going to go for lunch though, get there for 12 because it can get very busy, but food was delicious, shop was great, and there's a lot of interesting things there. Then we went over to St Helens Bay, which was beautiful. Again, the warm weather makes things a lot more enjoyable, I will say, and it was just overall, like I said, this day was one of my favourite days out in the Isle of Wight. Day 4 we didn't do too much. We went on the steam train over by Ryde. We didn't think too much of this. The trip was quite short and you couldn't really see anything out the window, so this isn't one of the things I would necessarily recommend to anybody. Day 5 I completely forgot to vlog anything, but we went over to Sandown area and went to an animal rescue centre, which was really nice. They have a couple of bears there that were rescued, and there's a lot of interesting information you get when you're over there. But Day 6, which was like the final full day, again was another one of my favourite days. So we went over to Ventnor area, went to the Botanic Gardens, which were really beautiful, different areas of plants to explore. So you got some from Africa, New Zealand, Asia, like all over the country, all over the world, sorry. Really beautiful gardens to go and visit. You can eat there, we didn't, so I don't know what the food's like, but again, a really nice kind of full morning day out. Then from the Botanical Gardens, we actually walked down to Steep Hill Cove, which Jamie and I have been there before. We've actually stayed in the lighthouse that you'll see in the background. I've stayed there twice with my parents, and then Jamie went with us one time. I think I did actually vlog that trip, so if I have, I'll leave it linked down below in case you're interested. But that's really nice. And we walked along the coast path into Ventnor, and then we came back again. And yeah, just a really nice kind of final day to round off a lovely trip to the Isle of Wight. So I really hope you enjoyed this mini vlog. I know it wasn't very long, but if you're ever thinking of going there, there's a few ideas of places for you to visit.